Okay, we should be live. So no note talk today. We're talking Better Call Saul. So anything you want to talk about it, all of that, we're definitely here to do. So we'll probably be streaming for like 40 minutes or so. So let me put that on the chat right now. What an episode, right? What an episode. So just a quick little stream. Just trying to do different streams and all of that as well. Trying to do different stuff on the channel. Um, we can talk about Nope as well. We can talk about anything, honestly. So if y'all want to talk about anything on here, definitely talk about it. Mainly Better Call Saul is the reason I went on, because we just had our latest episode. But anything I want to talk about, we can talk about other movies that are coming out, because there's a ton of movies coming out in August for sure. So let me just share this live. So let's see. And by the way, we hit 23,000 subscribers. Amazing. I really appreciate everybody who subscribed, all of that. Really does mean a lot to me. So let me just finish sharing this live. And yeah, it should be good. So what an episode, right? So I'm just recently just uploaded the ending explained I did for it, talking about it, what we can expect to see, all of that. I was surprised to even see Gene at all this episode. I was expecting more of a Saul episode, especially how we ended the last episode. I was expecting Saul and then maybe Gene in the next episode. Wasn't expecting to see Gene this quick as we saw him already. So that's definitely interesting right there, right? So, okay, so we got the ending explained going up right now. Awesome. And yeah, just amazing how this season has kept on going, especially after the last episode, the one before this one, how much stuff changed and all that, and we still managed a way to keep the season going. I thought that was great for sure. So yeah, we can definitely talk about that. We can talk about any movie I want to talk about as well. It doesn't necessarily just have to be about Better Call Saul, but we're definitely trying to keep it in that for sure. This is just an experiment I'm trying to do to see how we can do different shows and all of that, or movies as well, because I was doing Nope a little bit too much, I feel, for y'all. I don't know if y'all were getting that vibe or so, and I didn't want to just make it seem like we're just going to talk about Nope only, because we can talk about other stuff for sure, other movies and stuff that are coming out. That is always definitely something to talk about. And I mean, who else definitely wants a Cinnabon after today for sure? That is definitely a feeling I got watching this episode. Like, those Cinnabons look really good for sure. So definitely excited for the next couple of episodes. The next episode looks like we're going to be having Saul at a crossroads, which should be interesting to see what exactly is his mindset right now, especially everything that's happened and where he's headed for sure. I think we definitely have a Gene that's more trying to establish what exactly it is he wants from this world. And I thought that the ending with him and everything as well with that was so good, especially when he was back at the department store and all of that, looking at the suits and looking at all of these things that Saul Goodman would probably want. I think that was an interesting take they did there. I also think that Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould definitely need to write a heist movie after this. And I believe the director, McLaren, also needs to direct that, because the split screens and all of that were very well done. And I was excited to see it all come together by the end of it. I think that we definitely got some of the most amazing acting we've also gotten from Mr. Bob Odenkirk, who just continues to play this role to a T. He is definitely born to play this role, and we definitely got that vibe for sure. So definitely excited for him to see where we go with his character in the last episodes that we are going to have for the show, which sound like they're definitely going to take a very interesting turn for sure. So yeah, like I said, definitely a lot to discuss here. A lot of stuff happened for sure. So we'll definitely see how long we stay on live. I don't know if this might be more of a popular live than the previous lives, but we'll see. We'll see if we keep on doing these lives for Better Call Saul or not. If not, we could always switch up to something else for sure as well. I do want to do a horror live for sure, talking about the upcoming horror films that are supposed to be coming, because we do have two next week with They, Them, and Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. So we do want to talk about those as well. So we'll just keep this live going for a little bit longer, and we'll see how good it does, right? So Let me know if you're watching or anything, what you thought about this episode, and what do you think about the upcoming episodes for sure as well. So let's just check on here and make sure that we are still streaming good and everything's good to go. Okay, so it seems that we do have a good connection. We have our ending explained up as well. And let's just see how we go for sure. So let me just write in the chat. Okay, so we definitely have everything good, and yeah, just I really thought this was the episode 2 where we were gonna see Jesse and Walter show up, but we don't see them at all. We do hear in passing his name when Mr. Saul is trying to give a pep talk to the guy that he was trying to get into the game, and I thought that was hilarious because that's definitely something that Walter would be proud of. I feel that his name was sort of used as a pep talk for this, so definitely excited that we definitely got to hear Walter's name, and I'm curious to see where we go in the next episode. Regarding Jesse and Walter, and I'm definitely expecting them in the next episode for sure. I know I made a video and everything talking about we probably would see them in this episode, and then we didn't, so I was just a little bit like, okay, so we didn't get to see them yet. It has to be the next episode. They said that they are in more than one episode, so we have 3 episodes left. I don't expect to see them only in the last 2 episodes because I think we're definitely going to shift into something different in the next episode, although the trailer, teaser, whatever makes it seem that it's still going to be on Gene, not really Saul Goodman, but maybe it might be half and half or a back and forth of sorts. That's definitely something I expect to see for sure. I thought Carol Burnett was hilarious in this as well, and she did a great job in it as well. Didn't expect her to be this character that she was. I know there was a lot of theories that people were thinking about as well, and I just actually saw a theory video they had done with Vanity Fair where they were talking about this character of Carol Burnett playing sort of Howard's mom of sorts, and then they said they are playing a mom, but not a mom that you'll probably guess, and they were definitely right. I did not guess that they would actually be playing this new character's mom that we don't really know much of. I really was expecting her to sort of be Howard's mom when we saw her at the beginning, but you know, they like to switch it up. But like I said, overall, I thought that the episode was good, and I'm excited to see how exactly they're trying to wrap it up because I feel this episode would have been a good way to wrap it up as well. But we still have 3 episodes, so I'm curious to see what else they're trying to tell in Gene's story as well. Another question I have is also what is going on with Kim. We never felt like she got a full resolution to her story, so that makes me wonder, is she still out there going in some way or form? Or is this really just the end of Kim now and we're not really going to hear from her? I really would be upset if that was the case because I felt the way it was finished off for her story in the last episode, it was definitely up in the air for sure. So I was expecting a little bit more, but hopefully we'll see if we do get that or not. And yeah, I thought that this was definitely a great episode to explore where exactly Saul, Gene, Jimmy are in their headspace regarding everything that just happened, and really getting to see that he is definitely getting this sort of cabin fever of sorts because he can't stand this mundane life. You know that Jimmy wants to go back to what he was doing, especially as Saul Goodman. We saw him looking at the pinky ring he would wear, and then especially the end shots when he's looking at that shirt that Saul Goodman would wear. He's definitely itching to get back into all of this mess that he was used to be in because that's something that he sort of thrived in, as we saw in other episodes of Better Call Saul. So it's just like it's eating him alive that he's not doing what he enjoyed doing. So I think it'll be interesting, especially with that last scene that we saw for the next episode at the crossroads. Where is he trying to go, right? Like, what is his next move? Why is he doing this? Now, is he trying to go after Kim after that whole talk? Is Kim even out there? Does he know where she is? You know, there's a ton of stuff here that are definitely going to play a role in what Gene does in the next couple of episodes. And I think Kim might just be one of those because a lot of people point to, I believe, the first episode of season 6 when we see the little topper from the tequila that him and Kim ultimately scammed a guy from. They pretty much give a little emphasis to that, so we might pick up in that spot right there, or that could have just been there to show that he sort of still had these sort of feelings towards Kim, And I think it's evident in this episode as well that he sort of is still feeling some sort of thing for her, as he mentions her briefly when he's talking to the security guy. By the way, how many cinema rolls did all those scenes take, right? But regardless, I really enjoyed the episode. I thought that they did such a great job with really portraying who he is at this point, and we really see him at his lowest point we've ever seen him as well, because I think there was so much truth to that little speech he gave the security guard. Even though he was using it to distract him, you could tell it was still sort of hurting him as well. So there was some truth in that also, and I'm excited to see what exactly he explores in the next episodes, because we really haven't gotten a chance to be alone with Gene after that whole thing happened. So I think we're definitely going to see that in the next episode, sort of more or less boil over him, and he's definitely going to be much more in a darker space for sure. But let me know what y'all thought about this episode. What do y'all think of the season so far? I think it's great. I do believe that the first half, of course, went at a quicker pace, and this one's definitely more like cooling you off before the grand finale. And I think that's great. I think it's great to do that. Do we see any of the other characters, such as Mike or Gus, at a certain point? I feel like we'll probably see them interacting with like Jesse and Walter, maybe in some flashbacks and all of that. But Vince Gilligan, Peter Gould actually have said that they're gonna be in scenarios and like things we didn't really see in Breaking Bad, so it doesn't feel like a complete like redo of it as well, which I think is great for them to really do it this way, because it really makes sense that they want all of this to happen the way it does. So we'll see. But yeah, I think we're definitely gonna probably cut the live pretty soon. I still do have some other videos I want to do, so appreciate anybody who did make it on here, watched all of that. Check out my Andy Explained on it if you want. I really appreciate y'all, and I think that's gonna do it for me tonight.